Hey there guys, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. Hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode, we're going to be cooking some food and making some coffee, and that's pretty much it. But really this is more about an experiment with using tea light candles. We're going to be using these just to see if we can boil water, if we can use it to heat food, not necessarily cook it, but heat it. And so, the wife is away, so I'm outside to play. And what a beautiful day. As you guys can see, I got the long sleeves on, I got the pants on, and that's because, well, this morning it was in the 40s here. And right now it's low 60s, and I tell you what, when you're used to it being about 80, 60 degrees is pretty cool. So I figured there's no better day to get out and try this, and of course I'm glad to share it with you guys. As you guys can see here, I'm wearing one of the Crossman bags that was given to me for a contest. I already given away one of those packs to a lucky winner. Bill, hope you enjoy it, my friend. Later on, we will be doing another giveaway with these packs, packed full of goodies just like the last one, but of course, different stuff. And I'll let you know more about that soon. So let's break this stuff out and start cooking. All right, here we go. Check out that little Crossman bag. Pretty nice, you know? Perfect day bag. Perfect for a hike just like this. It probably took us maybe, I don't know, 2 miles to get here. Not too shabby. So we'll go ahead and break this thing up and show you what I got today. Let's see. We have 2 tea candles, some instant coffee, and a lighter. We have some water. We have a windscreen, just in case. Not sure if we need that or not. We also have our cooking kit. See if we can get it out of this thing easily. It's a really tight fit. Okay. And this is just a Primus cooking set right here, real cheap, but very nice. We'll use this for our coffee. We'll use this to heat up our soup in. Not too shabby. And let's see, what we're eating today is chicken pot pie style soup. Anytime that it says something like style, kind of wary, you know? I'm pretty sure that's all fake stuff, but who cares? What are you gonna do, man? Also here, I have a washcloth and a regular spoon. So I would have brought out some of my more typical gear, but actually it's all packed up, ready to go for our stealth hike camp out, which is coming up fairly soon, probably sometime next week. I'm still letting these legs heal, after the sunburn. So for now, we're just going to go slow, take it easy, and do some awesome videos like this. Go ahead and open up the windscreen here. We'll have it out just in case we actually need it. Very cool windscreen. You have these little metal ties right here on the side that go all the way down, and you can use those to jut into the dirt. Very good. One thing that we need to do is find a place where we can put our candle and elevate our water for our coffee away from it. So let me think about this for a second. I might make something out of some rocks here, because we definitely have plenty of rocks. Alright guys, here we go. Basically I've just taken these rocks, I kind of stood them up, created somewhat of a windscreen from behind here. The wind's not really blowing all that much, there's a slight breeze to the air. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So for right now, we're not going to be putting up the windscreen on it. But what we're going to do is take the little tea candle and set it here in the middle, like that, and then put our cup right here. And then of course we can adjust this if we need to. If we see that it needs to be closer to the flame, we'll do that of course. So let's not waste any more time, let's get started. And of course if we need to, we can actually light another one of these and put them in together and see how well it does. Already I can see that I'm going to go ahead and lower this a little bit. Alright, it is burning away. Maybe you guys can see that. Maybe not. That's not looking too shabby right there. We'll go ahead and start the stopwatch and see how we do time-wise. If I can figure out where that's at. Okay. We'll go ahead and start it. Here we go. We're going to let that burn for a while. We'll see how long it takes to actually warm up this water to the point where we can make some coffee out of it. And then we'll go from there. So basically this is the setup here. We're using that tea light candle just to heat the water. If I need to, I can prop up this candle with a rock, something like that, and get it closer to the pan. We'll give it a couple minutes and see how well this is actually working. Alright guys, little time check here. It's been a while. The water is heating up very, very slowly. These tea light candles do not produce much heat. So this will definitely take a long time. Let's see. We're at 7 minutes and 21 seconds right now. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another tea light candle. I brought two. I'm going to light it, and I'm going to put that under there as well, and allow those two candles to kind of heat this water in tandem. I think that's what we're going to need to do. I went ahead, I added the second candle. Both of them are burning together now. And let's see here, we are 9 minutes in. So we'll see how much quicker this goes with two candles. Alright guys, I went ahead, I put up the windscreen just because it's getting a little bit breezy. I can see the flames of this candle's kind of wicking around. So I put that up, I felt the water. It's warm, not hot. We still have a ways to go. Clearly this is a very slow burning process. So, you know, if you were actually out trying to cook something in a hurry, this would not be what you wanted to take with you. I can actually see some steam rising from the water now. I'll go ahead and move the camera and show you. Alright guys, well that is 30 minutes even, and honestly I'm not going to put any more time into it. Very clearly, those tea light candles would be, you know, really good at warming something, but not at boiling water or heating your food to any high temperature. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just make my coffee, because I like my coffee lukewarm anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and build a small little fire, and we'll actually cook our soup on that. So, figure out how to open this thing. Let's see. My impression is that even after like another 30 minutes, it would still only get as hot as it is right now. I don't feel like it would come to a full boil. Maybe if I was able to really stop all the heat loss, but that would be tough because these little candles do not let out that much heat. Well, that was definitely our little experiment. This is semi-hot. You know, it wouldn't burn you to touch it. It's pretty good. So we'll just go ahead, call that a failure, and move on to something else. I guess we might as well start up this little fire for our food. Alright guys, well, the tea lights were a failure, but we could still use them. We can use them to actually get our fire going, kind of dry everything out. It's been raining, as of course, every day, so everything's kind of damp. But these will burn long enough that we can get a nice little fire going with them. So we'll take one of those. Now I'll go ahead and move the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so we'll take our lighter and we'll go ahead and light that little candle once more. There we go. And basically what we're going to do is just kind of build these sticks around it. We don't want to lay it directly on top of the flame. That'll put it out. All right, here we go. Our fire's taken off. We'll get a nice pile of embers here, kind of build up a rock base around this, and we'll set our soup on the flames here. Alright guys, our fire's looking pretty good. Getting a nice little base of embers here to start cooking on. We'll add another little bit of wood to it. That there is looking pretty good. We'll let this die down just a little bit, and we'll start cooking. Guess I might as well enjoy that coffee. That is pretty much ready to put my soup on. We'll do that in just a second. Oh yeah. Alright guys, we're ready to put our soup on, so we'll get our pot here. Open our soup. That looks pretty good. Now all we got to do is just adjust these rocks so that this will sit on there and we can use that heat to cook off of. There we go. That's definitely not going anywhere. And it smells delicious. Okay. Go ahead and stir up our soup here. That's going to be pretty good. Alright guys, I think our soup is done. Oh yes, piping hot, just the way we like it. Just to the point where you can eat it without getting burned, so perfect. We can just let this die out on its own. Small little fire. That took maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes to get the hotbed of coals to be able to cook this up. That was a whole lot better than those tea light candles. But it was an interesting test. Alright guys. When this cools down just a little bit, I could just drink it straight from the cup. That's going to be awesome. I'm the type of guy that likes to drink my soup and not necessarily eat it. Absolutely awesome. The reason I did this little experiment with the tea candles is because I had someone write in and ask if they would be a good substitute for a solid fuel cube. And guys, they are not a good substitute. Definitely just not enough heat production. You could probably boil some water if you had maybe 3 of those together in a very tight area where you have very minimal heat loss. Then you might be able to do it. Personally, I'd rather just carry 1 fuel cube and take care of business that way. Or, my friends, you can do like I just did and start a very small fire. Produces very little smoke once you actually have it going, and it helps if you have some really dry wood. That will minimize the smoke. But that was way, way easier and much quicker just to cook over that open fire. Cut the time in half, really. I'm sure you guys recognize this camping spot. This is where I was almost killed camping out at when the apple tree came down. This is the apple orchard, and all these trees are really, really old. And, I wouldn't be surprised if they all came down within the next 10 years or so. They've definitely lived a long life, that's for sure. That was a fun camp out, and I really can't wait for the stealth camp out, which is coming up pretty soon. We'll be doing that late next week. The plan was to do it this week, but thanks to the sunburn that I have on my knees, that's just not going to happen. So sadly, we're about to put it off just a little bit. Really, my focus for that camp was to do a good deal of hiking. I really want to cover some miles and kind of go to a new place that I've never been before. And it's going to be stealth camping. We're going to be, in a place we're not quite supposed to be, sort of thing. And we'll have a blast doing it. Also, in the future, we'll be doing a stealth camp out tips video, and we'll cover a bunch of different tips that you can use for stealth camping, backpacking, even bugging out if you have to. A lot of these tips really are beneficial for all different areas, so I think you guys will enjoy that. Kind of a list of tips and ideas and philosophies that I follow that I've gained over the years. Now that it's August, and it's been unseasonably cool. The leaves are changing colors already. The temperatures are dropping. I mean, they were 40 degrees this morning, and that's insane for this time of year. I desire snow more now than ever before. I cannot wait for it to snow. I can't wait to be out here during a blizzard. It's going to be awesome. I love winter in the mountains. I want to say thank you guys for writing in, commenting, and for, making suggestions and whatnot. I really appreciate it. A good example of that is, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be out here right now testing out tea light candles to see if they produce enough heat to cook soup with. So that's pretty awesome. We've been having some pretty good conversations back and forth. If you guys have not joined the Outdoor Gear Review Facebook page, please do. I always post photos and stuff like that before I actually get around to posting the videos. So it's kind of a sneak peek of what's in the works. So that's pretty awesome. That page has really grown quite a bit, and honestly, our channel has grown quite a bit. Probably by the time I get this video uploaded, we'll be over 1,300 subscribers, and let me tell you, thank you so much, because really, I would have never have guessed that it would have gotten this big. I really can't wait to see where it goes. Not too bad, my friends, not too bad. We're kind of getting down to the bottom here, and that basically means that our trip is coming to an end. Tell you what, they don't put much in these soups anymore. You would think they'd be packed full of vegetables and potatoes and chicken, but there's not. I've maybe had 3 pieces of chicken altogether. And I'm sure that's probably like nuclear chicken, raised in a power plant or something. Bread with who knows what. I don't know. Still pretty good, though. Alright, guys, that soup was pretty awesome. For a canned soup, it's not too bad, I guess. But, I guess the thing to do now is kind of clean up. It's time to head back home. But, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this short little episode. We got to test out those candles. And, they didn't do so hot. Not good for light, not good for heat. So, there you go. Hopefully, that answers your question to my friend who wrote in and asked. Time to clean up. Guys, be well. We'll talk soon. Take care.